Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy. Welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is the series where we analyze and decode Nifty on multiple time frames so that we can tackle the next day's market with much more confidence and clarity. If you guys like the way I put out price action concepts as well as the skill of reading price and what is going on behind what we see on the charts, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your trading friends and community, as well as put down anything that you might have to say uh, in the comments box, be it feedback, criticism, appreciation, any question. I am open to everything. Right. On that note, I'll start with today's video. Today's video will have a very important lesson uh, wherein I'll teach you what to do on a day when you hit your stop loss. Yeah. So today was a red day for me after a very long time. Uh, and I'll explain how exactly it impacts your psyche and what you are supposed to do right after that. Okay. So we'll start with today's trade plan. So our trade plan was to short the market below this particular low or create a long position above this high, right? Now, market opened almost flat, came down, and what I thought was a good trade on the short side could have been happening. Market gave us a closing around these levels. Then, after a good pullback or a brief pullback, we could have shorted the markets. But right now, as I told you, I have been mentioning it since the last 2 or 3 weeks, maybe, that markets right now are very, very irrational. And please let the markets commit to you before you commit to the market. And that is exactly what is happening. You are anticipating something and the market is actually doing opposite of that. So that is what exactly happened here. Market did go down here, did not obviously give a closing, went all the way back up, created a new high, then again went sideways for quite some time. Now, this is where again I took my first trade was around this candle, wherein market again the concept was the same as yesterday's trade, wherein market was failing to create a new high and the structure on a 5 minutes time frame had changed to a lower high and lower low formation. And I had marked this particular low and I entered the market around here at the break of this candle low in a running candle. And that is where the price action immediately reversed. I saw a brief period of profits or my position in green, and then it immediately reversed. And my stop loss was placed right above this particular swing, which it triggered in the very next candle, and I took the stop loss, right? So this is what I tell you guys about discipline. So in case, and I have also been speaking about it, even if you are planning a trade and you are doing everything as per your setup, still the market can behave irrationally. The market can behave irrational for longer than you and I can remain solvent. So this is a very famous quote that goes around in the market. So that is the reason why I always ask you guys to take your SLs very seriously. And if it triggers, please take your SL. In case of a re-entry, you can re-enter the market. Now, markets, I gave one SL around here. Then something came around here. So in case if you guys remember about the uh, trap trading concept that I had been speaking about in the markets. So what I did was again take a reverse trade of this particular trade. So I had bought puts around here, and once my SL got triggered around here, what I thought was okay, this was a good liquidity move, wherein market went below this particular swing low, grabbed some liquidity, and now it wants to go higher up. And before any confirmation, I entered a long position around here, which again immediately triggered my stop loss. Now, because this was a trade that I had taken without a proper confirmation, because this is an system that I am experimenting with, I had kept my quantities low. The right SL would have been around here, but because I had taken it without a proper confirmation from the price, I had kept my SL below the green candle low, and this was triggered in the very next candle. So I had two back-to-back SL trades in the day, and that is what I do is once I have two back-to-back SLs, two trades, first two trades of the day, and those two are SLs, I do not trade any further. Whatever happens in the market, whatever setup happens, I will not trade the market. And that is exactly what I did. I logged out of my trading terminal. Obviously, I was just a second, guys. Phone is ringing. Yeah. Sorry. So I logged out of the trading terminal. I kept on tracking the markets throughout the day, and then we could see a good breakout from around here. What I was also observing was a very high put writing at 24,800, right? And again, this position was also in anticipation of that. So the put writing was to the tune of around 5 CR approx. And I was of the opinion because market was flirting around with 24,800 levels. I was of the opinion that market might go down below 24,800, triggering all those people who had sold those put options, triggering their SLs, and that can lead to a good move on the downside for the market, and the puts would explode. And that was the reason I again entered this particular trade around here. But market had some other plans, and it finally gave a breakout from here. But again, even if I would have been trading, try to understand, even if I would have been trading, the market, even on a 5 minutes time frame, did not give me a good pullback to enter into long, and then eventually the market came and closed down below near the day's low, right? So today was a trade wherein throughout the day market remained, as in because of the low VIX or the VIX which had crashed down, market took the SL of most of the people first on the downside, and they were trappings everywhere, right? And in case, say for example, this particular swing high when it was broken, and again the trap system worked fantastically around here, but then again by that time my two SLs had been gone, and I was not trading. Otherwise, this around here, try to understand and see. I'll point it out. This was the last swing high, and then market gave a moved much above this, much higher above this particular swing high, and then immediately reversed. And with this pullback candle, you could have actually taken a short entry or short trade around here. So the point that I wanted to explain was, yeah, the bad days can happen to the best of us. I'm not calling myself the best. I am an average trader. I think of myself as an average trader. There's still a lot more to learn. That is the reason I am also experimenting with certain other things. But yeah, that's it. So on such days, please do not take it to heart. The market will give you next day full of trading opportunities where you can recover that loss as well as make new profits. But do not take that to heart and try to recover that loss on that day itself. Trust me, you will end up making more losses. So that was with regards to the trading psychology. Uh, Coming for tomorrow. And again, I forgot to mention this yesterday. Today was the weekly expiry, and I hope any one of you who would have been trading today would have traded in the next week's options instead of the weekly expiry options. That is something that I personally do, and I advise everybody to follow that, right? That just keeps you a little bit on the safer side. For tomorrow, the trade plan will be again very, very simple. The day is low, entry around here. See, market on the 15 minutes time frame had closed down around here, but if you check the daily time frame candle, because of the adjusted closing, the closing around here is showing as 24,790. That's the weighted average closing of the last 30 minutes of trading. That is the reason it's around here showing as a doji. But if you see, we have closed around here the day's low on a lower time frame. And we are still inside that particular bigger, broader range, but we will play this particular trade on the downside if that happens, right? And for the long side, I will suggest to wait for this particular high to be taken out. Yeah, to be on the safe side, let's mark this. Sorry, chose the wrong tool. We'll just mark this particular high, and we will take a long entry, post that. Now, this will be the simple trade plan for tomorrow between this range. In case if market opens with a gap up, it will remain volatile. Let the market settle. Then, based on price action, take any trades. And if we open with a big gap up, again, that the scenario looks a bit difficult for me as of now because see, we are around 740 and this 860 plus 100 odd points of gap up. Again, the chances of this working out, this will be a low probable trade in case it happens. We'll trade with lower quantities, and this will be a high probable trade. Market opening flat, slight gap up, slight gap down, good enough for me to execute this particular trade. Apart from that, I will keep an eye on the trap trading system that I have told you guys about. So that's it from my side for today. I'll keep the video short. So be careful, and as I said, trail tight, keep your stop losses or also in check. And as you guys again tomorrow, post the market. This is your Nifty guy signing off. Take care and have a good day. Thank you for watching.